Hey guys, it's been a while because I haven't really had anything to talk about. I'm not using a tripod right now, so I'm just holding the camera. So I got right now iPad 2, and then the Kindle Fire, which is okay, I guess. But I'll do a quick review of these two products. I think this is actually a likely competitor, so I'm gonna have them turn on right now. All right, so turn on. It's a bit thicker than the iPad 2. The Kindle Fire is 0.45 inches thick, and the iPad is 0.34. This thing weighs about 1.3 pounds, and this weighs about 0.9 pounds, so because it's smaller, it weighs less. They pretty much turned on at the same time. Ignore. Alright, so unlocking it is like the opposite of an iPad, if it would work. Alright. So it uses Android, and this uses iOS 5. And just because I like to have my iPad this way. Buttons on this thing. There's only that button really, right there. So, not much there. Some speakers at the top. You can plug your shit in. Anyways, power-wise, anyways, A5, 1 gigahertz dual-core processor, and this is the OMAP 4, 1 gigahertz dual-core processor too. 2 as in also. Also, another key feature in all this is this only has 8 gigs of space. This can have 16, 32, or 64, depending on what you want. The processors are basically the same, both 1 gigahertz dual-core processors, and they both have 512 megabytes of memory, RAM, or whatever you want to call it. Neither of them have an SD card slot. The battery life on this is about 8 hours, and on here it's 10 hours. Depending on what you're doing, of course, but that's just estimated. It's whatever. So this is actually a great competitor to the iPad. Even though it's not the same size, I can see how people would really want it. It's multi-touch. It's not like jab the shit out of it so you can make it do something. Pressure sensitive. But no, it's static sensitive, just like the iPad. iOS does run more smoothly than Android. Next is the display. This is 1024 by 768 on a 9.7 inch display. Much bigger. I guess I'll put it this way. This is the 7-inch tablets, like that category. It's 1024 by 600. This has 132 DPI, I believe. Dots per pixel, or whatever per inch, whatever pixels per inch. This is like 162, 169 actually. So it has a little bit more. And it's not like it has a Retina display or anything over here. This is a lot better. Then again, this is a much bigger screen, so they're not going to put that much money into it. The OS, I like the iPad, of course, because of the multitasking and all that shit. You know, like Facebook. Go away. And then over here, that you don't have that multi-touch gestures. Since I'm not familiar with Android, it took me a while to figure out how to use the settings. I tried to get it connected to the network. I got it connected, by the way, but yeah. You tap up here, and then it's like, you can change everything like brightness and shit. And yeah, it's pretty sensitive. It's not bad, but yeah, definitely for its price, it's pretty good. Like what, $150 compared to like $500. Anyways, on the back it says, you can't really see that one. Kindle, you can kind of see it, and then it has its like Amazon, and it's all its trademarks or whatever. Back of the iPad, Apple iPad trademark shit. There is no camera in this at all, nowhere. Where there's 2 cameras on the iPad. It does have like an accelerometer, or maybe a gyroscope, I have no idea. But yeah, on the iPad it runs a little bit better than that. It's like instant. Yeah. And so, I guess, like, this would be a great Christmas gift, I suppose. It's mainly for reading, because it's a Kindle, and you have your magazines and all that, and you have internet access in case you want to, like, open up the web or something. Just, like, pop open, it'll load, like Facebook, you'll have some tabs. You can change your settings right here, in this. Okay. Your settings and everything, like the iPad, I suppose, except you have a lot more ability to change things with Android than you do with the iOS.